Thank you very much, my brothers and sisters. Good night, my sisters and my brothers. Good night to my colleagues and comrades on the platform tonight. Good night to all the young people who have joined us at this meeting. We welcome you. Let me thank you for your presence here and your support over the last 3 years. Our party is strong. Our party is alive. Our party has survived the defeat of June the 6th, and we are stronger than ever. Our people are committed. We will continue the struggle for bread, freedom, and justice. Under the United Workers' Party, for the last 3 years, we have seen St. Lucians crying in pain, disappointment, desperation, and a growing anger at the increasing hardships that confront us and our families. Never before in the history of our country has it been so bad. Crime is out of control. Corruption is rampant. Our debt is rising. Healthcare is in a crisis. St. Lucians are being marginalized and victimized. My brothers and sisters, that is not what we voted for. Government is about serving the people, not lying to them. Government is about helping those in need, not those filled with greed. Government is about helping those who cannot help themselves, not making friends and family rich. Government is about providing quality health care for all, not health care for profits. Government is about providing support for local business, not giving scarce resources to foreign companies. Government is about getting the most value for taxpayers by proper tendering and public bidding, not suspicious direct awards. Over the last 3 years, the United Workers' Party has governed this country in the most wicked, corrupt, and vindictive manner ever seen in the history of our island. They have reversed the progress of our country. They have put our country in unnecessary debts. They have punished the people of Beaufort and the South by stopping the administrative building. They have probably shortened the lives of hundreds of St. Lucians by stopping construction of the St. Jude Hospital and failing to commission the OKEU Hospital. They have stopped jazz as we knew it and robbed hundreds of vendors, taxi drivers, hoteliers, and craft people and single mothers from earning an income to feed themselves and their family. The UWP, for their own private reasons, have put the country in unnecessary debt for the redevelopment of the airport. Under Labour, this airport would have been completed at the end of this year. I want to say it again. Under Labour, the airport would have been completed at the end of this year. But next week, they go to Parliament to borrow another $200 million for that same airport that they said that the Taiwanese had given them money to build. It is not Chasney that is paying that debt. It is you and your children that will pay that debt. Nearly $500 million in debt that they put on the back of St. Lucians, when they could have got this airport built without any debt on the back of the people of St. Lucia. But I promise you something. When this government is put out of power by you, we will have to find out why did Alan Chasney stop the PPP arrangement and go to borrow money. We must find out. There must be a reason why he did that, my brothers and sisters. Now, they are in the business of direct awards. 30 in one day. The latest being Pajor, awarded a contract of $162 million. And they're asking people for money. And guess who they're asking? To whom it may concern. To whom it may concern could be anybody. It could be fraudsters. It could be money launderers. It could be dope sellers. Could be anybody. How can a government write on its letterhead, after they've awarded $162 million worth of contract, to whom it may concern? I can assure you, they can run, but they cannot hide. The Pajor matter will not come to an end. It is too serious. It will not end. So I can assure them, they can do whatever they want. They can call whatever names they want. They can write whatever they want. Pajor will not end. I want you to say after me, Pajor, it will not end, my brothers and sisters. And they can never make it end, because that is serious business, my brothers and sisters. The UWP has entered into the most foolish agreement ever, the DSH project. They told you they will bring 400 horses. 400 horses. La Pokoni Yoshuval. They gave 1,000 acres of land to one man. 1,000 acres of land to one man. And after they gave it to him, they built a road for him by direct award for $13 million. And the roads in the rest of the country are in a mess. They built one road for one man. After they gave him 1,000 acres of land, they built one road for him by direct award for $13 million. I am no contractor. I don't know engineer. I want you to take a drive to Vieux and tell me if what they have there costs $13 million. If what they have there costs $13 million, my brothers and sisters. And you know what? They also gave him our passport revenues. And he has not delivered anything. And now they tell you, you're kind of a race, or what do you call it? A horse race in December 14th this year. The same prime minister that tell you horses will be racing, and what's the name of the horse? Justify. Take I even Hitler. Justify. He told you that Justify would come, and they would park endless jets in the airport. Endless jets, because Solution have so many horses running and so many things going, and the young men of Beaufort would be able to wash horses. That's what Alan Shastney promised you. Pokoni Yoshuval, Pokoni one horse race. You know what happened? Alan should go and race there with Guy Joseph. My brothers and sisters, they have wasted 3 precious years in which they have fired hundreds of nice workers. They stopped the laptop program and made our young people less prepared for the real world. And now they blame single mothers for their failed policies and empty promises on crime and security. My brothers and my sisters, it has been 3 years of lies, deception, shame, hardship, pain, embarrassment for this country. Now they are telling you they want more time because they promise you that things will happen after 3 years. Let me briefly tell you what the Labour Party did in our first 3 years of government. And in so many things, I can only tell you a few. In the first 3 years, we built or repaired 17 bridges. We repaired and rehabilitated miles of road, including repairing the main streets of Castries, Soufrière, and Vieux-Fort. We created hundreds of nice jobs, caring for the elderly, seeing about farmers, and helping school principals with teaching assistants. We started the construction of several schools. We gave a $500 bursary to students entering secondary schools. Remember that? We gave $500 to every student entering secondary school. We did that in the first 3 years. We gave laptops to hundreds of students. We gave teachers an allowance of $700. We created smiles for single mothers. We legislated the labor code to protect our workers. We activated community access centers in Soufrière and Castries. We made free Wi-Fi available to the town of Soufrière, and they took the first steps towards island-wide Wi-Fi. We transformed and rebranded St. Lucia Jazz for the benefit of all. Our tourism industry was expanding, and there were new investments, including Royalton and Harbour Club. We increased public assistance to the needy by 25%. We paid a monthly stipend for the care of children with disabilities. We continued work on St. Jude's and the OKU Hospital. We completed the Tiroche Wellness Center and refurbished 9 wellness centers throughout the island. And we expanded the Grosile Polyclinic, all in the first 3 years. We gave youth affairs the prominence it deserves by the creation of an autonomous Ministry of Youth under Sean Edwards. We upgraded and lighted several playing fields and maintained playing fields all over the island. We improved the water system. We understood the need for environmental preservation by taking steps to reduce our carbon footprint. The difference is clear. The UWP is not ready and they have failed. The UWP policies are anti-people. Look at how they treated vendors. Look at how they treated nice workers. Look at how they treated the workers at Radio St. Lucia and the St. Lucia Tourist Board. Look at how they treated the workers at the Fish and Marketing Corporation. Look at how they treated the workers, the vendors, and the single people who were selling coconuts on the highway. Look at how they treated them, my brothers and sisters. But I'll tell you something. We cannot despair. St. Lucia belongs to all of us. When Chasney returns to his home, we have St. Lucia to live in. And we must ensure that our children have a better life. And I want to tell you, my sisters and my brothers, a government of the St. Lucia Labour Party will be a people's government. A government that will govern for the benefit of the many, not the few. A Labour government will restore the good name of St. Lucia. St. Lucia will not be a country for friends, family, and selected foreigners, but where opportunity will be given to all who are deserving of it. A Labour government will return accountability to governments. We will ensure that as far as possible, all contractors seeking work will have a fair chance. However, our St. Lucian contractors with capacity will come first. A Labour government will give urgent attention to the health care of our people. We will immediately complete the St. Jude Hospital and commission the OKEU Hospital. We will reverse, and let it be known, we will reverse any privatization of the OKEU Hospital. The OKEU Hospital is a people's hospital. It's a people's hospital. It's a hospital given by the Europeans for the benefit of the people of St. Lucia and not for profit. So if they make the mistake and they privatize it, when we get into government, we are going to reverse it. Let all be warned. We will make affordable health care available to all. A Labour government will ensure the growth of our indigenous financial institutions, credit unions and cooperatives will be facilitated to play a more central role in the economic development of our country. A Labour government will pay serious attention to small business development. We will set up an entrepreneurial fund for small business. Training for small business owners will be the norm rather than the exception. A Labour government will develop an economy that pays special attention to the youth. I want to say it again. A Labour government will develop an economy that pays special attention to the youth. We will ensure that our youth have opportunities in the digital economy. We will ensure that avenues of financial support will be made available for young, talented people wishing to go into business. Too many times, young people have an idea, but they cannot do it because they have no money. When we get into government, the same way they could give OJO Labs millions of dollars, we will find money to give the young people of St. Lucia to go into their own business. A Labour Party government will respect our nurses, our teachers, our public servants, our police, and all our workers. We will not interfere in the running of the St. Lucia police force. We'll allow the St. Lucia police force to do its work without political interference. A Labour government will protect our culture, our customs, and our patrimony. We will ensure that our African, Caribbean, and St. Lucian history is discussed and taught at schools wherever and whenever possible. We have to ensure that St. Lucians know their roots, know where they come from, and where they are going. And I'm going to tell you something. Our first year in government, we are going to celebrate in a meaningful way May Day, which is the Workers' Day, and Labor Day. And we also are going to celebrate Emancipation Day in a serious way when we get into government, my brothers and sisters. A Labour government will give financial support to the rebuilding of the Father Patrick Anthony Folk Research Center. We will ensure that we help the custodians of our culture to rebuild their home, the Father Patrick Anthony Folk Research Center. We will immediately, and not the word, immediately reinstate the subvention to the National Trust. And we will continue to work on the Derek Walcott project, my brothers and sisters. A Labour government will immediately reinstate the distress fund for the people of St. Lucia. A Labour government will expand activity in the green and blue economy, thus creating more opportunities for our citizens. A Labour government will give a full and proper account of the use of the CIP funds. My brothers and my sisters, tonight, on the Castries market steps, in the presence of my colleagues, and in the presence of the people of St. Lucia, I, Philip Joseph Pierre, leader of the St. Lucia Labour Party, and in the presence of all of you, formally declare that the movement to remove the United Workers' Party from office by democratic means has formally been called to order. It has formally been called to order, and all patriotic St. Lucians must join in that fight, my brothers and sisters. And I want to tell you that we all are on board, and on board is Dr. Kenny Anthony. He's on board. And on board are all the brothers and sisters standing here tonight, including the new brothers and sisters. So we call on all St. Lucians, regardless of political color, to join the movement to save our country. We welcome all men and women of goodwill. And in this regard, we welcome our brothers and sisters of the LPM who have joined our party. We welcome you. We welcome supporters of the United Workers' Party who are expressing their disgust and calling for change. We welcome you. We welcome the scores of young people who are joining our party and wanting to play their part in removing the United Workers' Party from office. We welcome you, young people. We welcome the vendors, small business people, teachers, public servants, nurses, policemen, concerned about the vindictiveness of the United Workers' Party, but steadfast in their support for labor. We welcome you. This is a battle for the soul of the people of St. Lucia. This is a battle against victimization and vindictiveness. This is a battle that wants to reverse what is happening in St. Lucia today. This is a battle against victimization and privileges of the few. We'll be calling upon you, my brothers and sisters, to make your feelings known by demonstrating your disgust for this corrupt, wicked regime. The people will be victorious. The people of labor will be victorious. We are tired of the failed promises. We are tired of corruption. We are tired of greed. Let's save our country. This is a movement for change. This is a movement to transform St. Lucia. This is a movement to have men and women who understand the soul and fabric of this country, not people who cannot speak our native language. This is a movement for people who understand what single mothers have to go through, not those who were born with a golden spoon. This is a movement for people who understand what it means for a mother to get up in the morning and who hasn't got any money to send her children to school. And that is what we in labor want to change, my brothers and sisters. This is a movement that will not want you to sell your vote. And I warn you, I say to you, they believe that they can buy your vote. Brothers and sisters, do not sell your vote. I know you did not sell it, but I'm saying to you, do not be tempted. Because if a man gives you $200 to vote for him, what he has actually given you is $40 a year. Less than $4 a month for your vote. So your vote is precious. Your vote is what can cause change. So from tonight, when you go home, ensure that you have your ID cards. Ensure that you are registered. Join that movement. Join that movement for change. Do not worry with the detractors and those who will tell you all kinds of things. Alan Shastner now has brought all the experts into St. Lucia. He has Facebook expert. He has all kinds of experts to dazzle you with flashing mirrors. The exercise is to dazzle you. Be firm. Be resolute. Know where you're going. Know where you came from. And if you know where you're going, you will know that is the men and women of this side who can understand your problems, who can understand what you are going through. I thank you for your support for the last 3 years. You've done very, very well. You've held yourself together. You've forgotten and dismissed all the nonsense that you hear all the time. You've dismissed it. You know that we are the party that understands you, and we are the party that will work for you to give you a better solution. My brothers and sisters, I thank you and good night.